Congratulations to both of you and your families. Judge Alba, are you familiar with do you remember the case United States versus Hernandez-Fields? It's a child pornography case.
Senator, yes, I vaguely remember that case.
Okay. According to my records here, the defendant was convicted of receiving and distributing child pornography, including images of children being sexually abused, images of young minors, as young as toddlers, having objects inserted into their bodies in a sadistic manner. The sentencing guidelines range from 78 to 97 months. The government asked for a 97-month sentence. The parole officer originally recommended 111 months, but then revised it down to 66 months. And apparently the defendant told the parole officer they had no sexual interest in children. That seems to defy the facts of the case. You imposed a sentence of 66 months. And I would encourage the members of the committee to look at the record if they so choose. Why did you do that?
Senator, as a federal district judge, whenever I impose a sentence, I am required to do an individualized assessment. I need to look at the factors at 18 U.S. Code Section 3553A, as well as looking at the probation pre-sentence report, any objections thereto, the requests from the defense and from the government, any victim impact statements, and any letters in support, or in that situation as well, any...
In that regard, do you remember the government telling the court the defendant's conduct reveals that he is an extreme risk to minors? Do you remember that?
I don't recall the specifics, Senator, but I do know that I am required to do an individualized assessment, and I did look at everything that was provided to me in that case, as I'm required to by both Ninth Circuit precedent, Supreme Court precedent, and the factors at 18 U.S. Code 3553A.
Are you aware of the fact that when he told the parole officer he has no sexual interest in children, that he had told psychologists and law enforcement the opposite? Do you believe this defendant had no sexual interest in children?
Do I independently believe that?
I mean, as a judge, did you buy what he was saying?
No, Senator.
Okay. All right. Do you remember a case involving taking a GPS monitoring device off a defendant who was convicted of helping his brother evade capture? His brother had killed a police officer, Corporal Singe, and he had been wearing this monitoring device for 4 years. You decided to replace or take the monitoring device off of this defendant without a hearing. Do you recall that?
I do not recall that case, Senator.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Senator Padilla.
Thank you, Mr.